So I'm quickly going to explain to you the difference between retainer slings and a carp sack. Carp sacks are still a little bit old school. The only reason why the guys are still using them is they're relatively affordable, whereas your retainer slings are a lot more expensive. So we'll start off with a carp sack. With big carp fishing, you're not allowed to keep your fish in keep nets. The reason for that is that they get obviously damaged. Scales come off, various reasons. It's just like a thing with big carp anglers. No keep nets allowed whatsoever. We put them in carp sacks, what was called a carp sack. So that's basically what it would look like. Carp sack. This is the new one from Jackal. It's nice and big, quite comfortably fit carp up to 15, 16, maybe even a nice 40-pounder, as long as it's a fat one, not a very long one. But the nice thing about it, especially with this darker color, is when you put them in the water, they just lay dead still. So it's almost like it calms them. Guys normally do that, or we normally do that to take photos in the day. So if you've got a great looking capture, or for a personal best perhaps, you want a day photo of it. Nighttime pictures do not justify sometimes the size or the look of the fish. So that is why we'll keep them overnight for quick morning shots. Just be warned that, like I said, they are totally relaxed in the water with these. They lay dead still as long as there are no crabs, number one, and no otters. If you've got crabs and otters in the water, you've got to watch them the whole time, especially otters. Otters are carp killers. They'll kill that carp inside this carp sack. So you've got to be wary of that. But when you take them out in the morning for the morning shot, obviously because they've been laying in here the whole night, they are full of life. So it's wise just to hold them up, let them shake it out of them. It takes a while sometimes. Some of them are just a lot more full of life than others, unfortunately. Otherwise, you might get a slap in the face with a tail. It has happened to us on a couple of occasions. So that's it. It's basically got a zip system on the top, which would zip open. And then just gently from after you've done your weighing and all of that, you'll just slip it into there on the cradle and hooky mat, whatever you're using. We'll just zip it closed. And then on the one side, we have a string with a ring on it. Generally, you'll put a bang stick in the water at quite a depth. I mean, you want to be, if it's a big fish, especially if the fish is bellied, you want to have that fish in as deep a water as what you can get it. So as long as you've got a nice long bang stick, which will push through that ring over there, you've got a long enough string, strong nylon string, just for a bit more distance away from the bank, and then a convenient clip-off system when you want to go and weigh, or not weigh, just take the photos, release the fish. Normally we'll just hang these up, and then when you get a fish during the night again, you just scrounge around at the bottom for this clip, and you just clip your fish in there. Okay. So it basically sums up the carp sack. Still very popular with the guys. I mean, we've got plenty of them, especially if you're fishing competitions and you've got to hold or sack up quite a couple of fish before they come in and do the weighing. The new Jackal one comes with a handy carry bag like that, so nice small compact storage inside your luggage. Then we move on to our retainer slings. They're substantially bigger than what a carp sack is. The reason why they call it retainers as well is this is mainly made like your carp sack to keep your fish overnight. You've got float mechanisms on this side. This is the Jackal one again, and then float mechanisms on this side. So in big space, I mean, this thing will accommodate a huge fish. A zip system on the top which zips all the way down to the bottom, to that side, and it will zip all the way down to the bottom on that side, giving you ample space to put those big ones in. You can use this as a wasting if you wanted to. Just ensure that you zero it in. That generally a little bit more heavier than your normal wastelings, but I suggest you have a wasteling for your weighing and you have a retainer just to keep your fish in. Again, overnight, comfortably. And the nice thing about this, it just floats on the surface of the water. It looks good when you take pictures in the morning after a good catch. You've got a couple of these floating around. It really adds to a scenic sort of picture but you can put a bank stick on either side of it or push a bank stick through there, attach a rope if you wanted to do that. But yeah, these are, like I say, also very popular nowadays. A lot of guys opting for these, but like I say, they are just quite pricey, so especially for competitive competitive side, you're going to need a couple of them, and obviously, like I say, they're all quite pricey, but well worth every penny to get your hands on one of these, especially if you've got that 50, 60, or hopefully one day even a 70 pounder.